Over the weekend I got scammed.
I have been working tirelessly on developing my own bespoke removals and storage software. His mom is on this morning with Phil and Holly today. Everything. Hi guys, welcome to episode 12. On this episode we're going to be talking about the break-even cost of the business. We're going to be talking about the little issues that we've currently got. We're going to be talking about facts and figures. We're going to be talking about the course. We're going to be checking in with the teams. There's a lot going on this episode. I'm Warren and this is Warren's Removals TV. First episode back, January the 11th today. Same as every January, generally starts a little bit slow. This is no exception. It is a slow January. This week we've literally just been bailed out by a last minute job that booked in. So we got a call last Thursday, a lady that's moving this week from a 9-bed property. So me and George acted on that really fast. So we went out to quote her that exact day. We figured out the cost and we sent it the following morning. She booked in almost immediately, and that job right there has saved this whole week. So we're really fortunate about that, and hopefully I need to get clearance from the customer, but hopefully we can take the camera there over the next couple of days. But I want to lead into a part about the finances and talk a little bit about the numbers again, because I know you viewers quite like this part and it is really informative, and I have no problems being an open book with this kind of stuff. I don't mind declaring these kind of open figures. So this episode I'm going to talk a little bit about running costs, because when you're quiet, this is when it really matters. And for anybody who doesn't know what a running cost is an operation, a company, the figure that they need to spend just to stay afloat. So our running costs are roughly £7,200. Now, what that spend actually involves is employed staff members. It includes rent for the units. It includes loans and finance agreements that we've got on the vehicles. It includes anything insurance-wise, and also phones and little bits like that you have to spend regardless. It doesn't matter how busy you are, you have to spend that money. I can't exactly ring up the insurance company and say I'm having a bit of a bad month this month, so I don't really want to be insured on anything, but I'll pick it back up again next month and I will pay you then. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. So there are costs involved with any business called running costs, which have to be paid regardless. We actually teach a little bit about this on the course. We've recently just finished a course with Alex from Imove. Absolute legend of a guy, spent 2 days here, and part of the reasoning for him coming to spend a couple of days with us is because he wants to understand his numbers. So we designed him his own profit and loss, and we spoke about his running costs, and now he's left a little bit more wiser on what he needs to turn over and how much money he's making per job, etc., and what he also has to turn over. The rule of thumb on any kind of business, it doesn't matter if you're a tiny business with 1 staff member, or if you're a sole trader and you're working by yourself, or if you're a company with 500 staff. The rule of thumb in business, the running cost should be 3 months. So that should provide you with a cushion of 3 months. It's like a safety net. So for instance, if your running costs were £5,000 a month, inside your bank account you should really have a cushion of 15,000. That is not 100% you need that, so if anybody's watching this and they haven't got that 3 month cushion, it doesn't matter, but that can be a goal, it can be something to work towards. But that is what they say, to live comfortably so you can survive these quiet weeks and quiet months. A 3 month cushion is what is needed. So here we are in Unit 1, and I wanted to talk about what kind of things that I come up against on a daily basis. So this morning, I'm just going to talk freely what happened. So today I woke up, it's about 6 AM when I woke up, and then a customer texted me at 7 AM because we went to do a quote yesterday. So George went to do a quote for this customer. It's a customer we've moved before, so I personally moved her 5 years ago now in 2018. So she's texted me today saying, in 2018 you charged me this amount, but today you're charging me this amount, which is almost, not quite, but almost double the price. So obviously I understand from her perspective what has happened in 5 years time, but it's very, very difficult, and I'm sure other removal companies have come across this before, because obviously 5 years ago you were a completely different company to you are today. And 5 years ago I was operating from this garage. Fraser hates it when I do this because he has to find the photo. And also 5 years ago, this here was my profile picture. Don't laugh. All I'm trying to say is that things progress and things become more expensive through the expansion of any business. We are a completely different operation now, and we are unfortunately a lot more expensive for our older clients. And back then I was trying to perfect my craft. I've been going now for 8 years. My first 2 years were just Saturday jobs. So I was probably a year into actually going all out by myself and running my own company rather than doing it on a weekend. So at the time I was trying to perfect my craft, and I probably only had 1 or 2 staff members that were working for me, and I wasn't snowed under with work, and we wasn't completely busy at the time, so I wanted any job I got, which obviously reflects on the price. So back then I wasn't really earning any money, but I was learning a lot about removals. It's a different business now, so I've got that to deal with today, and I said I will get back to her. We do want to move this customer, but we just need to kind of toy with the price a little bit and make sure that she's happy and that we are happy. Ultimately, it's not all about money in business, but like I said on the start of the video, there are running costs that we do need to turn over some sort of profit for it to even be worth it. So we have to charge a certain amount, but I will work with this customer to make sure she's happy and that we are not becoming busy fools.
Afternoon guys, at the moment I am repairing Elite. As you can see here, Fraser points up, we've got a lovely scratch on the top of the vinyl here. So I've got some new vinyl to stick over the top. The vinyl was ripped off, I think by a tree, about a month ago. It has taken us a long time, to be honest, to get this. So now is the time to repair it while this van is not being used today. So the van's actually here today because it's also having its windscreen repaired. That's being done very, very shortly. But because the van is out so much, we have very little downtime, so making the most of today. So getting this sorted today. It is raining, so I'm not sure how that's going to go, but it should be all right, so I'm sure you'll see in a second.
Just interrupted. You did. Hi guys, I'm Jacob, and today we're in the yard and we are loading 3 crates which are heading to Ledbury. This is my brilliant stack here. They were loaded from storage, let's fucking get it! Right, okay. Oh yeah!
So as you can see, I'm in the quote office. We call this room the quote office, and I am on my computer because I've got something exciting to announce, a mini announcement now. I have been working tirelessly on developing my own bespoke removals and storage software. The software is called Imove, spelled I-M-V-E, so without the O. Imove, and it's a bespoke CRM system for any size removals company in the industry. So it literally caters to a man in a van operation all the way up to my size company and bigger. I am currently setting up Josh Pask, who's one of my good removal friends who owns Pask Removals in London, who are absolutely killing it, by the way. I am just setting him up because he's going to be taking part in one of our trial periods to test it out and give us feedback. But I'm really excited about this, and more will be spoken about this software over the coming episodes, and launch will probably be in March time. So pretty excited to show you guys what we've been up to. Okay, and I'm just about to leave the quote room now because Fraser, our videographer, has got some exciting news as well. So when he came in this morning, he told me his mom is on this morning with Phil and Holly today and is about to start, so I wanted to get this on camera. I don't know if anybody remembers on one of the Warren's fun facts on a previous episode, Fraser's parents, both of them are deaf, so they sign language everything, and Fraser's mom is a chef as well, so she's doing a sign language edition of cooking a soup today, and she's on this morning. How big of a deal is that? Let's have a look.
So I'd just like to talk to you for a moment about health and safety within Warren's Removals. Obviously we take it very seriously. We use a company called Peninsula, who are an external company. They look after a wide variety of different businesses, not just removals sector. And they deal with everything for us in the way of risk assessments. They come out and do an initial site visit and walk around our site and just make sure that we've got everything in place. They advise us and put in place all the paperwork regarding ladder inventories and the risk assessments, working at height, you know, our steps to get to the top level of our containers. So it's really important to sort of have a rigid structure in place and just make sure the health and safety is all up to date. They offer an online portal as well, so if there's any changes or updates, it's easy to sort of just access it on your phone or your tablet and just update any of the current risk assessments. Another thing that Peninsula offer are little snippet training modules for the team. So there's a little online portal that they can access regarding manual handling, fire safety, all of the essentials that you want the staff to learn before they actually step onto the vans on the first day. Manual handling is obviously the most important one for us here. And then in the staff room we have to display the public liability insurance and display all of the health and safety legislations and regulations.
Fraser and Luke have been in this quote office quite a long time actually, so I'm just going to go and check on them. Guys, what are you doing?
And then in the staff room we need to display on the health and safety board about the legislation.
Okay, this is the part of the video which everybody looks forward to, but actually Tash takes the piss out of, so I might drop it after this, but I don't know. But anyway, this is Warren's Fun Facts, and this month's fun fact is all about Joe, who works for us as well as going to university. So he's a uni student and he works part-time for us. Great guy, and he's very talented as well. So today's fun fact is that he is really good on the piano. So hopefully we can get some video footage of him playing the piano for this.
Okay, so this is a first for Warren's Removals TV. We've got Joe about to play the piano.
2, 3, 4. No.
And we've got Karen, are you going to sing?
Only if he gets as far as the words.
Okay, so what song are we playing
just
today,
before the
Joe?
words. Just a bit of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's the only song I can play. That's what I got.
That is brilliant, mate. That is brilliant. Well done, Joe.
I do.
So just on the way to meet the guys at this big job, big 9-bed mansion. As I said, this job actually saved our week. So we won it last week and it booked in, and it's a big job. So it's 4, 5, and then today there's 6 staff working. So each day there's either 4, 5 or 6. Tomorrow is Saturday, is the last part of the move before we start the unpack, which is next Monday, and then maybe a little bit extra to do next Tuesday. So these kind of jobs really do save the week. So let's go and check in on the team and see how they're getting on. Okay, so we've just got to this big 9-bed property. We are on day 3 here. We are doing a full pack move and then an unpack. It's a 5-day move in total. We've got 4 vans today. The customer has already completed on the new property. She got the keys yesterday, so today it should be quite smooth. Let's go and have a look. So this being such a big job, we've needed to use quite a lot of staff, but we are missing 2 of our main staff because they've gone on a bit of a lads holiday to New York this week. So we're missing Dan and Rory because they're obviously out enjoying themselves, but hopefully we can get a snippet of them having a good time in New York. Okay, so I've just had a little walk around with the guys. They've given me a little bit of a summary of what they've been doing over the last 3 days. When I come to do this quote, it was actually quite busy. The whole job was quite a busy job with a big pack, but quite a lot staying, so it's a little bit deceiving. What is down here, this property has actually got 2 different staircases, so it's broken up into 2 houses almost. When me and George came to do the quote, these bedrooms, this one here, that was full of furniture. And this bedroom here was the customer's wardrobe. And this had rails everywhere. And there's hanging clothes the whole way around this room, as well as in the centre. This actual job almost broke our record. So our record for a job is 40 wardrobe boxes. This one, we've used 32, so quite close to breaking that record. Come through here, this is the main bedroom. Absolutely amazing property. Really fortunate that the customers let us record this, so that's a nice bathroom. Come around here as well. All of this stuff is actually staying with the property, so as you see it, it will be left exactly as it is. But it'd be quite nice for you guys to see this amazing view. This actual property has got a concrete garden, so it's a complete wall around the garden. I've not seen it yet, but I'm hoping Fraser can transition this part onto the balcony into a nice drone shot so we can all see it, but it's quite windy today. So I'm stood in the dining room now. On the first day here, Chris and Danny export wrapped this whole table. When we came to do the quote, this table was huge. It was opened out, so it's a really big mahogany table. The guys have spent a bit of time protecting that. We don't always protect stuff like this, even when it's moving short distance. This customer's moving about 5 miles away. Export wrap is generally used for overseas kind of work, but we use it sometimes when it's really expensive stuff and the customer is quite precious about it, so that's been looked after really, really nicely. Just before we started filming today, I got off the phone to Barclays Bank, so it's around an hour-long phone call, which I've been meaning to do all week. It's Friday today, and I've been meaning to do it all week, but I've literally run out of time every day. But I finally did it because over the weekend I got scammed. My own fault, so I'm completely kicking myself here, but I got scammed on Twitter for Arsenal tickets. A bit annoying. I was on Twitter looking at the Arsenal updates and the transfer news, and I seen somebody selling some tickets. So I messaged him. I looked at his profile, looks completely genuine, big massive Arsenal fan. I messaged him asking about the tickets, and he said yeah, he's got the tickets, and all he needs from me is an Arsenal membership number, which I don't have because I'm not an Arsenal member. We were chatting for a good 15 minutes, seemed like a nice guy. Everything seemed legit. Then he sent me his bank details because he was going to email me the tickets on a PDF. Sent him the money, but about 2 minutes before I sent him the money, I said, actually mate, do you think you could get a third ticket? Because I'd like to take my daughter as well. And he said, let me just check. And then he wrote back saying, yes I can get you 3 tickets, they're £70 each. So I said, brilliant. So I sent him £210, and then I texted him and I said, I've sent you the money. Blocked. Completely blocked me. Can't get hold of him. Got scammed. I instantly kicked myself because I never fall for this. It's the very first time I've ever been scammed on a ticket scam like this. I'm quite vigilant, but it's a bit of professional obviously, so he's scammed me for £210. So when I spoke to Barclays, they said they're going to look into it. They've opened a case, and hopefully in 15 days time I can get my money back. So I've screenshotted all the messages and sent them to the Barclays scam team. Yeah, so waiting to hear back from that. Okay, unfortunately we've had some issues this week which do tend to come when you're quiet, which is really annoying because it's the time you don't want them to come. But we've had a windscreen company let us down 5 different times. They keep turning up with the wrong screen, so we're just trying to get that sorted. We've got 2 vehicles off the road, one getting an MOT. The company are trying to source some light fittings that we need for one of the vans. And another van has got a diesel leak, so we had that picked up and recovered this morning. And then we've also got a problem with the lorry still, the bane of our life, so that keeps on kicking up emission failure on the dashboard, which means the lorry goes into a bit of a safety mode and it goes 12 miles per hour, which isn't good. So we're trying to get that sorted. It's actually booked in next week at DAF. And then the last one was the fuel pump is leaking everywhere, so we've had to get in an emergency technician this morning who came out. They charge £100 call out fee, and they say that we need a new gun. So they're coming at us thick and fast at the minute, but hopefully that's it and we can get over the line and get this sorted. So this section is a little bit about the courses that we've been carrying out. Normally Luke does this, but I asked him to do this section and he said no, because he's got really red eyes at the minute. He doesn't want to be on camera, so I've had to step in. But yeah, we've had Alex from VO News in this week, so he came in for 2 days. It was amazing to finally meet him. We speak quite a lot on Instagram, and he came in for not just inspiration, because that's what he said, you know, he wanted to come here and look at the unit, look at the containers, see how we operated and get a bit of inspo from it, but he also wanted to understand his numbers, and we kind of formulated a profit and loss sheet for him, so he left with loads of knowledge, loads of information. Hopefully he's took it on board and we added value. Next week we've got the legend Craig Atkinson coming in. Craig is really well known in the industry, is really positive, really enthusiastic about his job, absolutely loves it. I love his social media, everything's great about this company. I'm really excited about having him in.
and he's bringing his wife Jodie in. Jodie works within the company as well, so it's really excited about meeting those two. So hopefully on the next episode we can talk about what we got up to. So if anybody else is interested in coming to join us for this course, if you head over to warrensremovals.com, hit the menu and then click training. We've got 10 different modules which we can spread over 3 different days. If you are interested, just fill that out and we'll get back in touch and we'll hopefully book you in. And that's it for this month's episode. We hope you enjoyed episode 12. As always, this is our Instagram here if you want to head over and follow us. And also, if you're moving within the area or if you are interested in our training course, this is our website here. And as always, catch you next month.